Okay, hello. My name's Asha. Um, I'm trying to start this video. A lot has happened this year or last year, coming to the new year. Um, I'm from Australia. I'm living in Northern Ireland. I moved here with my partner, um, and I'm actually pregnant. Um, Conceived naturally. I found out I'm having triplets, and triplets and yeah, I'm about 21 weeks um, along, so it was a bit of a surprise. um, my partner's currently upstairs doing readings, as we do spiritual cards and angel cards and all that. My intuition led me to him. He was doing readings for me. We were chatting as friends. I came over for a holiday. um, we went to the Hill of Tara down in Dublin, or close to Dublin anyway, and that's got like this ancient fertility rock, um, which we weren't conscious of that at the time because everyone was visiting it, and the ancient like tombs, and where the Vikings came and all that. So, but we we did touch it, and to be honest, there was I thought I was going to get in trouble because I did pick up a mini stone from the side, like on the floor. There's heaps of rocks and stones and that. And I took one, and John picked one for me, I picked one for him. And I touched the fertility rock, and when I went into this, it's where the solar, in Newgrange, there's also a solar light that comes through this, like this cave, and like I went inside into the tomb, and I was the only one that could like fit, because I'm quite short. I'm 5'4", I'd say, and then when they come out, they're meant to like ground you and touch your head, and they didn't do it to me for some weird reason. And then I heard whispering in my ear, like a snake language. Uh, it just seemed familiar, but I didn't understand it. But it wasn't until then, coming back the following trip, then leaving again in August last year, that I fell pregnant. I found out at 5 weeks and had to tell John the news. And yeah, and got my first scan at 8 weeks before I left Australia, as I was already coming on my visa, to add on an extra 3 to come along. um, so we do know the sex. We're actually having 3 boys, 2 identical and 1 fraternal. So they're sitting like a pyramid. There's like one underneath my ribs. I'll just show you. It's like one underneath my ribs and 2 identical down here, so it's like a pyramid. Anyway, this is my tummy at 21 weeks along. So, yeah. um, my first pregnancy too, so it's very um, exciting and nerve-wracking. I do have scan pictures as well, so I'll show you. I got really sick, and when I came over here to get a doctor was hard. You have to prove proof of your address and everything. I finally actually ended up in hospital. I was throwing up a lot more than I thought was normal, and it's like a hypergravidarum or something, like hyper. I don't know if I'm saying that correct. Hyperthymus gravidarum, or it's like a really hyperactive, like vomiting, where I couldn't hold fluids down. I was vomiting like 13 times in a row all night, and that was quite intense. So, and it got worse and worse as I progressed through my pregnancy. I was throwing up by 6 weeks along, and I went to the emergency. They got me into the multiple specialist team in Antrim, and I see them on a regular basis because I'm at a high risk, being with 2 sharing one placenta and another, so they're monitoring me and they're trying to aim to get a cesarean at 35 weeks if they can. So there's a lot to try and fill this in. I'm not very good at these videos, but I thought I'd better do it before they're born, you know, just to, when does this happen, you know? It's apparently 1 in 9,000 or 10,000 where this happens naturally without IVF. So I have scans, a lot of scans in here, but I have to find where I put so many of them. So it's winter here too, so I've had to adapt from, it's unfortunate about the fires going on in Australia, like my family's over there, so, but everyone is okay. But here, yeah, it's quite the opposite in weather here. It's in Northern Ireland. These were the first scans I got, so where they discovered a third baby. That was when I was 8 weeks along. You can see one with the sharing up, like one with a placenta, and then there's actually 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, and there's another placenta there. So I released 2 eggs, and then this one split again. So it's still quite tiny. I do have quite a bit of scans done, but because they scan me every 2 weeks or so. So this was on the 13th of November. After I'd been in hospital, they wanted to make sure they were okay because I wasn't putting on weight. So I'm about 62 kilos, 63 kilos now. I started at 48 kilos. So it was, but I hadn't put on weight for like a good 2 months because I kept throwing up, but they were growing and taking everything. So they were all good. But these are the 2 back then in November, about 12 weeks along, I think. There, so, and the other one. And they've all grown quite healthily. I get a lot of acid reflux. They've got beyond medicine and aspirin and a few other like things. A filmed thing it dissolves in your tongue. It's strong. It actually helps me not throw up. If I don't take it, I will just throw up. Like, just throw up. Which can be frustrating. It is what it is. It's gonna be worth it. But if it wasn't for the medicine, I think it would have been a bit of a struggle to hold food down, which was the main concern. There's actually a multiples group here where women like meet up, parents as well, and you bring their children when they're born and so on as they grow along and get to know each other, which is nice, a community. So I'm contemplating going to one of them with John. Hopefully get him on a video and he'll film when I'm going into hospital, and you'll be able to see the triplets when they're born. We have some names in mind, but we will reveal them when we know closer to the time. But yeah, I'm trying to actually find you guys and more updated photos. I've got so many, like, that have been all over the place because there's so many papers and things you have to do while, you know, trying to immigrate here. Where John also proposed to me, so, you know, I'm currently on a working visa, but hoping to switch to like the family route to settle. So there's been stress on my part because I guess the hormones and homesickness, but Yeah, it's been a bit of a journey, but this is anyway the engagement ring. We're planning to get married on the 22nd of May 2020, which is the triplets' original due date. They're due to be born then, but because they're triplets, they'll be out early. So they're either going to be out of hospital or possibly still in hospital because of the prematurity. The doctor said they'll be putting me on steroids for 3 days to help with their lungs and their breathing and that. So when they come out, hopefully they'll be strong to get out early of hospital. Or they may be accompanying us to the wedding, or I'm not sure, but there's a lot happening at once. Me and John, we met on the opposite side of the world. This does happen. We weren't on a dating site, but we did meet online, Facebook. I liked readings and spiritual cards and seeking advice. He was more of a teacher for me. He's currently 37 years old. I'm 29. But we just had this bond. There's more than words. I just felt I knew him from another life. And now I'm just getting emotional. It's the hormones. But for people out there, don't give up. I was pretty content. Found my own happiness within myself to be on my own and be happy, and did always want a family and to be married. Didn't think I would be dating someone overseas, but it can happen. But I feel more at home with him than I have in my own country. So, but a lot of the journey, it is, it's not the cheapest, but to get each visa and hope for the best. But we have hope that our guides everything has happened for a reason. So our babies will be citizens here, and John's a British citizen, technically. He's born in Scotland, but he's lived in Northern Ireland most of his life, and so it's I guess the immigrant, but hopefully everything will go well. It's quite expensive for visas, but yeah, we've known each other for a year. I saw him going on a live video doing his readings January 2019, New Year's night. So this has been I had New Year's here and Christmas with his family, and they've all been very supportive. John's gone through his own journey, and but I guess we make each other stronger. I'm trying to find that scan, the recent scan we had done. I do have a picture on my phone. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on. Let me just check. I've been doing updates of all the albums with the pregnancy as I've gone along. But, let's see where it's. Okay, I'll have to do it through here for now. So this guy, he's the one that's on the top under my ribs, and that's his leg at his feet. This is the other the identical. That one's fraternal. Identical. His spine and his head. These are the identicals' faces. Don't know if you can see through this camera, if it will show you. That's one face and that's the other face. If I can get a clearer one, I'll put it up. I'll try and get it through the video even, just to show the scans, but as they're growing. So yeah, we'll get another scan next Thursday. The thing is, as long as they grow healthily, they'll stay in this hospital that we're going to in Antrim, which they've delivered triplets before. But down in Belfast, which is an hour on the train from Brashane, it's they're more, if something complicated happens, they can deal with it they're more experienced in that area. They have a clinic for triplets and quadruplets and all that. So, but yeah, a lot of twins and a couple of triplets have been done and like delivered here. So they're saying so far they're all healthy. They've got their 20-week scan. Everything's looking good. So it's, yeah, big change for me and John. Like, you know, he hadn't been with anyone for 4 years, and you know, I'd kind of given up on, let's say, meeting the right one, and then just was, once you found that happiness within yourself and contentness with your life and seeing the good and gratitude. I did a lot of meditation and just getting on with things, working in childcare. I've been in the industry for 7 years. I'm currently not working, thinking to take it easy until they're born anyway. But yeah, took me a lot of time to actually get on the camera and speak about it. I'm not that confident. You know, there's a lot of people out there do fantastic speaking and introductions. I just didn't know how to begin this video, so much has happened. Yeah, but yeah, I'm from Brisbane, Australia. If you know, but I'm wondering if anyone else, like, you know, let me know in the comments, like, if you've had a similar story or meeting and someone from overseas and or just interstate, and you know, if you've had multiples, you know, I'd love to speak with you because this is all new for me. But we will keep you updated along the way. I have a lot of time on my hands here, so you know, can the weather can be a bit depressing. But yeah, I was hoping to show you a more clear picture because they were really nice. But the thing is, as they get bigger, there's going to be less space, so that's the main thing I'll be looking at. Is when to put the date in for the cesarean, but John's going to be filming a video for that time, as I said. So yeah, I'm not sure what else to say right now, but yeah, but thank you. I really appreciate your time. If you could listen to me, but just know that if you're in a similar boat, or you don't be fearful about, you know, how things will work out, like how it's all going to happen. Just take the first step. So my first step was getting on a plane, flying 24 hours across the world, and to meet someone who, you know, he could have been anybody. Like, I know the risk was there, but my intuition felt strong. I felt no weird feeling where in the past I would have gone against that feeling you get when you're not sure or you feel a bit uneasy. Then that's your intuition telling you no. But this felt right, even though it's such a big change and a big risk. So follow your heart. Anyway, love to hear everyone's opinions on any point of this, multiples, veganism, vegetarianism, traveling, meeting someone overseas, long distance relationships, spirituality. Yeah. And I'd love to keep blogging on and updating things, you know, and just as the babies grow as well, get to see their journey. Yeah, because as I said, I'm not working, so this is the focus, is just adjusting to a new country and a new lifestyle. And yeah, I'm in a small town here, so I've had to adjust to many things, what I can get and what I can't, and just finding different solutions to adapting. And yeah, John's put up with a lot of my up and downs as well, and I know that I can't rush up the stairs, you know, as much as I wanted to. before because I was quite active, but the babies and the balance, you get off balance, and as you get bigger, and I didn't realise it actually does change the way you can move. So yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, John's. I hope like he's I'd love to get him on a video sometime, but he doesn't like being put on the spot. But he did say he would film me off with the babies and so on, like, and hopefully get him on the camera. But I'll do another video in the near future just to have a speak about whatever's going on here and people around the world that appreciate your time, your patience, and yeah, I'll speak to you soon. So yeah, bye for now.